quite got to the grand final. I know the feeling.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, you were literally in that exact same position. Like, you
Yeah.
like you had that dog side that was just so good that all it was really missing was that one full forward,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. But then we got the full forward in Barry Hall,
Yeah.
and it was probably a little bit past his prime. Now, he had some awesome years for us, like got into the 70s in terms of goals, but he probably wasn't right at his best. And to be honest, I don't think we were ever the best team.
Yeah.
Like, we were around the mark with St Kilda in 09 and 10.
Yeah.
We were around the mark with Hawthorn, and we were around the mark with Geelong. But I'm not sure if we were ever the best team. And I think that's a similar situation to Port Adelaide. No one's ever said that Port Adelaide are the best team in the competition. So maybe just, Ken's doing a really good job with what he's got to work with.
So when you think about this week for like those teams like that just miss out, and obviously you were, like a kick away or a couple of clean disposals away from a grand final. How is it for like players like yourself? Do you switch off, or like does this bring back bad memories for you?
Yeah, it's a horrible week. It's horrible because you spend your whole life working towards one goal.
Yeah.
And that's winning the Brownlow. And I did that. No, so you do. You work,
and you nailed it.
And I nailed it. So I've switched off from there. But you do. You work your whole life, since you're 4 or 5. All you want to do is play AFL footy and then win a premiership once you get to an AFL club, and you spend all your tickets trying to do it, and then you see some hack who's played, 5 games or even one. Not saying Marlon Pickett's a hack, but comes in, plays one game of footy and wins a premiership. Sometimes it just makes you sick. And you got a guy like Brad Johnson who's played 370 games and bled for his footy club and has never even got there. So there are. It is tough. And my brother-in-law is Michael Gardner. Who's played in. He played in 2005.
Yep.
Where they lost.
Eagles, yeah.
He didn't play in 2006. Because I'm not too sure what
He
happened
was
there.
traded, wasn't he?
Might be a little off, maybe an off-field incident. I'm not too sure what happened. So he missed out on that, and then he went to the Saints.
That's right. Yeah,
and he played in the grand finals there, and then he missed I think he did his hammy and missed the second one. So he's had like a lot of heartache in grand finals as well. So he has to get out of Melbourne. During that week, and rightly so, because it's just sometimes it makes you sick. In 2016. When I finished up. So I left the Dogs in 2014. Hadn't won one since 1954. I leave. They made the finals in 2015. And then 2016, I retired. Played my last game against the Dogs. And then on grand final day, I was going around doing the lap in the back of the Hilux, waving off all the Western Bulldog supporters, and then sat in the stands and watched all the boys I played with 2 years earlier raise the cup. So that was a difficult day as well.
So is that so you feel for Delidio in that sense? Like you both have that same sort of pain?
Yeah, well, I think so. I don't know. I think Brett Delidio would be in a similar position where he probably finds it really difficult to even watch on grand final day, let alone sit there and go, these blokes have just won 3 after I've left. It'd be it's pretty devastating, and it's just something you've got to try and get over and work through it and pretend that you're over it, but really you just cry yourself to sleep every night.
Well, I mean, like, there are bigger things in life, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
But for as you said, your whole life, is it almost hard because you were such a good player too? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like, if you were just, I'm not saying like someone that was just making up the numbers, but if you're number 22 on the list, probably a little bit different for you, who's a guy that's like leading that team.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe not like status in the game, but maybe how many years you've been there. Yeah, and how many games you've played as well. Like, I did a function with Dyson Heppel last night, and like unbelievable player. Yeah. Again, like bleeds red and black. Most people bleed red, but he's got the black in there as well. And he just gave everything to that footy club, and he didn't even win a final. Yeah. So like, it's just it's a hard
cruel game.
It's a cruel game, and there are no footy gods. If there was, they reward the blokes like Hep who's given everything. And
well, look at Murph. That's even like if you think about that. So
absolutely,
there you go. Look, someone's in a worse position than you.
Yeah, that makes me feel a bit better. Actually,
yeah. Give him a call on the way home. Oh god, yeah, it's tough.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.